is older, and that's why he's the one who gets to go to Sunday school today. I want to go too, but Dad says no. Dad says I'm littler and not ready. He says I won't understand about God and angels, and I say, okay, I understand. I had to help get Cody ready this morning. I feel proud that I can use my eyes, so I help him as much as I can. Mom says Cody will have eyes in heaven, and I hope so, because matching colors and dressing us makes me tired. I always want to put the patterns with the patterns, and Mom dresses Cody on school days, but today she had to go to work real early. I wish she never went to that stupid job. She helps us a lot when we need help, though, and I really needed help today with my shoestrings. I tried to get Cody to help me too, but he does the same as me. I forget about the bunny going in the hole, and I can't get the bunny to come back out at the end. I wish the world wasn't as hard as tying your shoes. Dad yelled at me when I got in the car. He said, "Why aren't your shoes tied?" And I told him I couldn't remember about the bunny. And he took the strings and tied my shoes too tight. I cried in the back seat until I looked outside and counted all the trucks. This is the way I can see colors, and I know that what kinds of cars are in the world. I like the window because it's better than TV. The sun is too bright, and I can see a man walking by a really big truck with lots of wheels. The wheels don't move, but I think it makes the truck stronger. Even though they don't move, they are still big and fat and filled with lots of air. No rocks could break them open. I look at the man that is working on his truck. I think one day I will want to wear those boots. I think that maybe one day I'll remember the bunny, and no one will tie my shoes too tight. I think one day I'll do it all by myself. 2. When we get to Sunday school, I have to stay in the car, and Dad takes Cody inside the building. It's not bright in here, and the trees smell very good. How I know it's the trees is one time Cody came home with the stuff on his hands and Mom called sap. Me and Cody sat on the floor and smelled his hand. I said, one day, I want to live in that tree so I can smell it all the time. I said I could smell like sap too, and the animals would think I was just like them, and then we could be friends. Cody said that's dumb. Cody pushed me with his sticky hands and I hit him. But I don't want to talk about that. If I talk about it, I think I would smell Dad's breath on my mind instead of the sap. There's not a lot to do in the car. I try to reach for Donatello, my Ninja Turtle. He's on the floor between the seats. I hear Dad coming, and I try to get back in the seat right away. He sits in the front and he looks at me in the back seat, and I'm still sitting with my hands together so that he doesn't yell. Donatello is still on the floor. I still want to get him, but Dad turns on the car. It would not be good to try to get my toy. I try to look out the window. There are no trucks this time, just the trees. 3. I miss the smell of trees. I miss Cody and Mom because now we're here in front of the building where Dad likes to sit inside. I'm walking and I see 1, 2, 3 men in front. They have papers in their lips and smoke in their heads. Dragons. I can't breathe and I don't want to go in. Dad has my hand and he's real tall. His hand is wet inside too, and it gets my hand wet. I don't like it. I try to step in the building and Dad holds my arm tight so I don't fall on the floor. One time before I fell on the doorstep, and Dad yelled at me, and I saw a man and a woman look at me. I cried until Dad made me stop. He said that boys don't cry unless they're faggots. I wanted to tell him, okay, maybe I'll be a faggot, but I didn't. Never tell Dad something you are thinking, because if you are wrong, then you'll get a hitting. Besides, I still don't know what's a faggot. It is dark. It is one of the reasons I don't like the place where Dad sits. The floor is dirty because of the boots. The boots make marks and smell, not like the other strong man's boots. The other boots maybe make marks in the sand that help build houses. I don't think that these men build houses ever. The paper smoke would maybe burn them down. Dad puts me up on high school, and I'm not allowed to go to the bathroom. Up here, there are lots of bottles with water in them. Dad likes the brownest water, and he takes sips. His lips making a smacking sound, and he starts to breathe real slow. I don't know if it's a medicine or a poison, but I'm starting to understand. One time I got real close to the glass when Dad was in the bathroom, and I saw it. The ice melted, and the brown water was swirly and wavy. Magic does that sometimes. I think that maybe the brown water is a potion. And I don't like the place where Dad sits, but I like the potion. When Dad drinks it, he smiles at me.